are you one of those people that suffer with negative self-talk? So no matter how many juices you've had, no matter how many meditation classes you've attended, no matter how many yoga positions that you've done, you still suffer with this negative self-talk. Does it happen at a certain time in the day? Do you wake up with it, with this negative self-talk that's been going on? Do you wonder why some people suffer with negative self-talk and others don't? And have you ever come across this word of you can absorb trapped emotions? Hi, my name's Victoria from gentleharmonies.co.uk. I'm a qualified body code and emotional code practitioner. So Dr. Brad Nelson, who's written this book, I'm one of his practitioners, and let me tell you a little bit about what Dr. Brad Nelson has done. He has put together all the new energy healing aspects, and he's also put together all the ancient energy healing, and he's put it together in a very simplistic way how to get rid and delete people's unwanted trapped emotions. And guess what?
It works.
It works. It works. It's very quick, it's very effective, and it also works. So that's a little bit about me, and this is...
Hello, this is Madeleine. I'm the mother of Gentle Harmonies. I've got just over 40 years working with various energy modalities. I'm a Reiki Master-Teacher, advanced crystal healing therapist. I teach mindfulness and meditation and various other modalities along the way.
Absolutely. So you can guarantee that today you're going to be in safe hands. Safe hands. Okay. So what we're looking for today, so we need two volunteers. So if you have a specific negative self-talk that you'd like us to work on today to delete, you can either email us or you can comment on what is your particular negative self-talk, or you can email us on members@gentleharmonies.co.uk. All we need is your name, your age, and what is that specific issue that we'd like us to have a work on today. Now, the reason why we need your age is because of this. We work on not just humans, but we also work on animals as well.
Anything and children. They're human, aren't they?
Anything from a goldfish bowl right up to a horse. So if we work on an animal, we'll just need the owner's permission.
Yeah.
If we're working on a child, we'll need the parents or the guardian's permission. So if you want to be a volunteer, we're just looking for two. Email us at
members@gentleharmonies.co.uk.
or comment below and we'll have a look for you. Okay, so let's just talk about why do we suffer with negative self-talk. So why does this happen, Madeleine? Why do some people suffer with negative self-talk?
It can be various reasons, to be honest. You can
walk into a room.
Yes, you can walk into. Well, I was just going to say you can sit and have coffee with a friend.
All right. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
I was just fancying a coffee. You could be sitting having a coffee with a friend, and they can be telling their latest boyfriend has dumped them or whatever, and feeling really sad. So you feel for them. So you can empathise with that emotion, and that emotion is an energy ball, and it goes inside you. Have you ever walked into, as Vic said, have you ever walked into a room and felt uncomfortable or walked out of it afterwards, feeling like you've got a headache or just not feeling right? On the other hand, you could feel really positive, much more than when you went in. It can be when you are, when you're at work, when you're talking to a client on the phone, and they might be a bit miserable. Again, being a generous soul, you can take that emotion from them and you can absorb it yourself. Sometimes you don't even realise, well, most of the time you don't even realise you're doing it.
So this is all about absorbed emotions, isn't it? So this is all about absorbed emotions. So what happens is when you have your negative self-talk, you then go in what we call low vibrational self-talk. So you've probably heard of frequency levels, you've probably heard of vibrational levels. So when you have that talk to yourself of I can't, I won't, I'm not able, what you're doing is you're giving yourself low vibrational self-talk. And just talking about low vibrational self-talk, it can make you feel heavy, it can make you feel lethargic. And you know, the saying you have a weight on your shoulders is because you're doing that low vibrational self-talk. So what can happen is, in an ideal world, to get rid of this low vibrational self-talk, all you do is replace it with high vibrational self-talk.
Good vibes.
Yeah, so rather than I can't, you get rid of the T, and what are you left with? I can. I won't. You just change it to, I
will.
can. I'm not good enough. I am good enough. So if life was that easy and all you had to do was just change your language from I can't to I will, and then miraculously you'll get rid of your negative self-talk. Now, some people are able to do that because it takes a lot of practice and it's like learning a new language. However, what we're in the business of doing is we delete your negative self-talk, or we delete your negative self-emotions, so you can just concentrate on your high vibrational or positive self-talk. So what does that actually mean? So imagine you're away and you're cutting your lawn, or you're in your garden and you're doing whatever you're doing, then all of a sudden you just cut yourself and you have a little bit of a bleed. Now that bleed is the symptom, the cut is the cause. So imagine the same analogy as your low vibrational or low negative self-talk. That's just a symptom. So what we do is, by using the Body Code app, by using the Body Code Emotional Code Practitioner, what we've learned is we delete whatever that cause of that negative self-talk may be. It could be anything. So we don't know until we start talking to your subconscious mind. Now that's a point, isn't it? Do you know what your subconscious mind is? Do you know what it is?
I don't.
What is it, Madeleine?
Basically, your subconscious mind is over 90% of your intelligence. If you can imagine, say, an iceberg, and the top bit is your mind, your everyday mind, your thoughts, what you're doing, you're observing, and so forth. But all the rest of it, that mass underneath the water, is your subconscious mind. It's a bit like your database on your computer. It stores everything. Everything you see, everything you smell, everything you taste, everything you hear, everything you touch. It doesn't matter whether it's reality or not. It has no differentiation. It can be a book you've read. It can be an event you've watched. It can be a television or film. It could be anything. It just stores it. I think how many thoughts is it per minute?
Well, what they say is your conscious mind, it thinks between 7 items per minute, or is it per second? And your subconscious mind will think over 1 million things per minute or per second. Well, regardless if it's per minute or per second, it's still a lot. It's still a lot. So have you ever been, or have you ever heard a tune and you think, oh, I remember that song, it takes me back to whenever. So that's your subconscious mind bringing the memory to the forefront to say, listen to this tune, it was really good and this is what happened. So that's what we do. We tap into your subconscious mind to find out, why do you suffer with this negative self-talk? Remember the cause and the symptom. The symptom is your negative self-talk. The cause is what we're going to find out by using your subconscious mind talk. And that's when we delete it. Okay, so enough talk. What we're going to do, we're going to look for a volunteer.
Yeah.
So we've got a few emails come through here. So good morning, Alison. Hello. So we've got a few volunteers coming through here. So there's a volunteer from Sandra, and Sandra's saying that she suffers with negative self-talk of I am not good enough. And she's had this for over 30 years.
It's quite common.
Okay, so what we do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a session on Sandra to find out exactly what is the causation for her symptom, which is I'm not worthy. The first thing we need to do is we always have to have permission. So important, we have to have permission. So obviously I've got Sandra's permission here because she's turned around to me and said that, please can you have a look at my negative talk of I'm not good enough. Okay, so let's get this written down. I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough. So she just emailed say I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough. So the first thing I'm going to do is find out what that pain scale is. It can be anything from a 0 right up to a 10. 10 being it's quite, it's quite bad, and 0 being it's not that bad at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for a little bit of help from the higher power, and I'm going to go in the quiet. I'm going to release whatever the symptom is for Sandra, and whilst I'm doing that, Madeleine's going to explain to you what I'm doing.
Okay, the reason that we ask for help from the higher power is everything is energy. Everything you see, everything you touch, you, we, anything, the planets is all energy. Even Albert Einstein said that. Energy is energy, and that's all there is. So we're able to tap into energy. It just takes practice. It's easy. Everybody can do it. So she's tapping in now with her energy frequency into Sandra's. So what she's going to be doing, there's an amazing app which Dr. Brad created, and it has 1,000 different situations, 1,000 different associations, ailments, everything. For example, make it easy. What she's doing is asking why Sandra has this negative talk, this specific negative talk. What's attached to it? What's the reason? So she'll go on to that, and then it's like a page with buttons. So she'll go on to that specific button. It can be, for example, it can be energies. So she clicks onto energies. It then takes her to another page. I'll tell you about that in a minute, what she's doing now. Takes you then to another page, and for example, to make it easy, it can say chakras. So she then goes to another page to find out which specific chakra is causing the problem. And then what she does is clear the chakra going into the energy. That's what she was just doing then. She's clearing trapped emotions to get to the root of the matter. It's a bit like Alice going down the rabbit hole. And she has adventures. Vic goes down the rabbit hole and seeks out problems and situations. And because they're low vibration, by using high vibration, it just eliminates it. I see you using your magnet. I was just about to explain about that.
Okay. So should we just go through what I've just done then?
Yeah.
I know, thank you very much for that explanation whilst I was doing the demonstration. So the first thing I did is, you probably saw I was using my hands. And this is called
Kinesiology.
And kinesiology basically is
muscle testing.
So that's what I'm doing. So remember, the first thing I asked for Sandra's permission, which I got. Once I got Sandra's permission, what I did then is I connected with a higher power. Now, the higher power can be
anything. It can be universal consciousness. It can be Christ conscious. It can be whoever you feel you connect to if you've got a problem.
So it's always good to work in groups of the power. So once I've connected to the higher power, then the next thing I do is I'll always check, have I got permission? Can I work with Sandra? And then can we help Sandra by eliminating or deleting any unwanted trapped emotions? So what happens is, many people use muscle testing in so many different ways. I find the best muscle testing that works for me is, if it's a yes, then you get resistance. If it's a no, then there's no resistance. So my question is, I asked the higher power, by using this application that I've got, is what is the causation of Sandra's symptom, which is she's feeling not good enough and she's not feeling worthy? And it said I could use it. And also wanted a pain scale, and this pain scale was a 6 out of 10. So Sandra, that's 6 out of 10 is quite high. So we said it was a 6 out of 10. So if that resonates with you and you feel a 6 out of 10 is about right, please email me back and let me know. But there was 3 trapped emotions that came up because of this feeling of I don't feel good enough or I'm not worthy. The first one was bitterness. Now, bitterness is basically feeling that a resentfulness, hurtful or unfair experience. So something's happened that you felt that you had an experience that was unfair, and you felt a little bit bitter towards whatever that event was. Now, what they say, Madeleine, is this: if you have an event or a situation or a disagreement with somebody, and 20 minutes after that situation, you're still thinking about it, you've created that negative emotion. And what happens is that emotion then becomes like a trapped emotion of an energy ball within inside your body. So that's how you can create this negative self-talk.
These energy balls, actually, surprisingly, they can be anything from sort of fist size to a watermelon size. Can you imagine that?
Yeah, absolutely. So that was the first one. So what I did is I used these. What are these, magnets? So why do we use magnets?
Basically, magnets, because of their magnetic field, and again, it's an energy, it's a large energy, and it enhances the energies that Vic uses herself. So say, for example, she's on a frequency of 280. With the magnets, it can be a frequency of up to 900.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you'd also notice, I was doing a specific action. Yeah. I was going from here to here. So what's that called?
That's your governing meridian.
Have you ever heard of the governing meridian? Have you heard of a meridian? What is it?
Basically, a meridian, they're lines of energy, a bit like, you know, your nervous system, where it's lines and lines all over your body, going from big ones to tiny little ones to the end of your fingers. And your meridian lines are exactly the same. They are lines of your energy field rather than your physical field. It's, for example, acupuncturists and people like that have been using meridian lines to tap into for, well, we know for 5,000 years, because we still have the written proof.
Yeah.
But probably goes back many thousands.
Talking about written proof, Madeleine, just by the way, if there's anything that we've said and you say, hang on, I want that backed up by science, everything that we've said and everything that Brad Nelson's put in his book is always backed up by
quantum physics.
Quantum physics
most
is
science
amazing.
is now. Yeah.
It's a very exciting time for energy healers at the moment because we have proof backed up by quantum physics and science to say, yeah, absolutely, energy does exist and this is how we can prove it. So the first thing I do is get permission, then I muscle test, I use the magnets, find where the trapped emotion, what the trapped emotion is, i.e. the cause, then we delete it. So should we get another volunteer? So let's have a look. So we've got another email here from Anne. And Anne said that she struggles with trapped emotion of negative self-talk, of anger, that she feels that she just blows her lid. But what happens is when she loses her temper, afterwards she always feels a little bit guilty. So she goes from losing her temper to a high, then to a low. So let's have a look for you, Anne. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about what I'm doing here. So obviously I've got Anne's permission because she's emailed me, and her negative self-talk that she said is anger. So that's the symptom. So we want to find the cause. So I'm just going to ask for a little bit of help from the higher power if I can connect energetically with Anne. So I'm just going to ask for help for a little power from the higher power if we can connect energetically with Anne. Okay, there we go. It doesn't take long. So can I just double check? Am I connected energetically with Anne? Brilliant. Can I have permission to work as proxy? Can I please have a yes? And can I please have a no? Okay, so Anne is saying that her major problem is anger. We're going to find out what that pain scale is, 1 to 10. So out of 10, how is the anger or the associated anger that Anne has about her anger? So out of 10, is it 10? 9, 8. So it's an 8 out of 10. So that's quite high, Anne. Okay. So let's have a look to see what the associated problem is. Is there an associated problem that's causing Anne to feel this anger, but more importantly, the anger that she has afterwards? So what is the association? Is it column A? So is it odd? So 1, 3, 5. So it's dread. So her cause is dread. So I'm just going to have a look at that to see if there's any others. So is there another association? Is there another trapped emotion that Anne has that's causing this anger? Yes. Okay. Is it column A? So it's B. Is it odd? So it's even. Is it 2, 4, 6? So it's pride. Are there any other causes to this anger? No, there isn't. So cause and pride. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and delete this cause of cause and effect of dread. So let's just have a look to see what dread is all about. So remember, I've got my magnets. I'm going over her main governing meridian line. So dread basically is this. It's a fear of something is about to happen. Perhaps you're trying to predict the future, but it's not going to happen. And usually real, but sometimes unknown, i.e. they dreaded going to school or they dreaded reunion with other friends. So this is a dread. Okay, so I'm going to check to see if that's gone. Has that trapped emotion of dread now gone for Anne? Has it gone with love? Has it gone completely? Can we also now get rid of pride? Okay, so let's look at pride. Let's delete pride. So my intention is to release pride for Anne. My intention is to release pride. Okay, has pride now been released? Has it been released with love? Has it released completely? Okay, I just want to check to see how Anne feels about this anger. So I want you now, Anne, I want you to think about anger and more importantly, the after of Anne, the after of anger, how that makes you feel. And let's just see what the pain scale is. Okay, so the scale of 1 to 10, how is this? Is it 10, 10, 10, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4? 4. So that's a 4 out of 10. So we've reduced it by half. So I want to ask a favour. So Sandra and Anne, so both of you, if you could please email us at members@gentleharmonies.co.uk. Just let us know, how are you feeling? Yeah. What changes have you noticed about yourself? But most importantly, what changes have you noticed about how other people are with you? Let me know about your pain skills. Would you resonate with that? So get in contact with us and let's see how you're getting on. So there are 2 volunteers and that's how it works. So this is a live show. It's a demonstration about how do we delete negative emotions. So we're in the business of deleting emotions that are negative so you can enjoy your positive emotions.
A bit like weed in the garden, isn't it?
It is. So, for example, a weed in the garden is an unwanted plant. So what's a negative emotion?
That's an unwanted emotion.
There we go. So I hope you've enjoyed today. I hope you enjoyed the show. So the questions are you one of those people that suffer with negative self-talk? And if you'd like to find more information, or if you're one of those people that want to have that negative self-talk deleted, go onto our website, which is
www.gentleharmonies.co.uk.
And on there's a booking system. No matter where you are in the world, you can change where you are, and you can pick out one choice, 2 choice, 3 choice, or 4 choices. So we put together 4 different choices of what type of session you would like. The other thing that we want to talk about is why do some people have negative emotions and other people don't? And the reason for that is to do with
Basically, it's your protective shield.
It's a shield. So if you'd like us to check your shield for you, we can do that. We can give you a free check and see how your shield is doing. Just email us with your name and your age to
members at gentleharmonies.co.uk.
Okay, so now what's going to happen now is Madeleine's going to take you through a guided meditation. And this guided meditation is all about...
It's about self-love.
Okay, so thank you very much for your time, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the next live show.
Okay, so those who stayed for the meditation, I'd just like you, if you can, to just find yourself a comfy spot. Whether you're lying on the floor or in an armchair or just an ordinary chair, just allow yourself to just relax in that chair. Just close your eyes and just focus on your natural breathing. Don't try and force anything, just allow it to be. And for a moment, I'd just like you to think about some of these negative talks you're giving yourself. Sometimes you may say to yourself, oh, how stupid am I? Or you may look in the mirror and think, I really don't like my legs. It can be anything. You just think for a moment the last time you did this, whatever it was. And how many times you do it. Sometimes perhaps you don't even notice. Okay, while we leave those thoughts behind, I'd like you to take a slow, deep breath right down into your abdomen. Allow those abdominal muscles to just relax. Try and hold it a moment if you can. And as you slowly breathe out, just allow your body to release any tensions. And again, slow deep breath in. Try and hold it. And as you gently exhale, you feel your body relaxing even more. And one more breath in. Hold it. And gently exhale, just allowing yourself to be totally at peace. And I want you now to use your imagination to feel, sense, see whoever your higher power is, whoever it is that you may turn to or call to in times of crisis. And now I want you to see or imagine them walking towards you right now. As they're smiling, and they sit by you or kneel by you and take your hand. As you look into their eyes, they're full of unconditional love. And they tell you they're so pleased that you call them for them to have this moment with you. Because they want to explain to you how beautiful a person you are. That they would never expect you to hurt yourself, to upset yourself or be negative with yourself. They're going to explain to you for a moment how precious you are and how you need to be so kind to yourself. I'll just leave you with a moment. It's time now for them to leave you, for their power and energy is far too strong to be with you for long. I'd like you to thank them for being with you, for helping you, and they ask you to promise to become aware whenever you say anything to yourself that isn't kind, that isn't loving, that isn't right, and that they will help you. You make a promise that you'll try. And every time you find yourself doing that, you'll take a breath and just change it to a positive comment. And as they turn and leave you now, and just seem to disappear into the air, you just take a slow, deep breath in, just absorbing their energies, their positivity and their love. Hold it, and as you exhale, as you slowly breathe out, you're becoming aware again of your feet, your legs, of where you're sitting or lying. And another deep breath in. Try and hold it. And gently breathing out all those negative energies, all those negative thoughts. Just let them go. And one more deep breath in. And hold it. Holding into yourself that love that you just received, that confidence, that ability to be positive with yourself as you gently exhale. Being totally aware now of your body and where you are. And just focus again onto your natural breath. Just let it be. And just again allow yourself to relax and to be confident of who you are, how wonderful you are. And nobody's perfect. It doesn't matter if you make mistakes or if you've got flaws. Everybody has. Sometimes you just can't see them. And when you're ready, just open your eyes. Thank you so much for being with us. Look after yourselves. And we'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.